did you guys meet?
So, circa around 2017, 2016, I was working on this startup. I had just left the financial industry. I was with Merrill Lynch for a few years, and I met one of my former business partners, and we were working on this project. Essentially, it was a DAO. It was a lot like a DAO in the metaverse, but it was in 2017. Nobody even knew what metaverse was back then. So raising funds in traditional capital was hard enough to get it off the ground. And I remember we're out at this convention, actually in Tampa, and we bumped into each other. What was it? It was like right outside. It was right outside. They had like the Lamborghinis outside.
Yeah, this was at the Emil Arena. What was it called? Synapse Summit.
Synapse, yeah. It was at Synapse in
2018.
2018?
2018 Synapse Summit, Tampa, Florida.
And he was working for a guy.
What, were you like 16 years old?
I think I might have been 17 at that time.
He was 17 and he was like suited up.
Poorly fitting suit, I might add.
It's suited up. And I remember you were pitching me the company that you were working with. It was this company. I mean, look, there's so many like scam artists, even locally.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that the company was a scam, but the guy he was working for was an asshole. And so
it was unfortunate.
But he came up to me, had this amazing sales pitch. It was like one of the best sales pitches I've ever heard. And I could tell he was young. I didn't know how young. And that like blew my mind when I found out. So I'm like, you know what, come by. We were working out at Credo Conduit at the time. I was like, come by Credo Conduit is like co-working space, and let's chat some more. And he came through, and I mean the rest was history. I basically was like, all right, leave who you're working with now because they don't even have a contract in place for you, and they're working you like a dog. I was like, so I don't know why you're working for free for them. And we took him in as an intern and gave him papers, and then like eventually cut equity out of the deal. And unfortunately that never kicked off. But then, wrap up 2020 and I'm pitching him on Kryptonite. I'm like, hey, you got some interest in going back into the crypto industry? And he's like, yeah, I do. I was like, I got this idea. And then Kryptonite was born. It actually originally started out as a trading bot company. And then it just spiraled into a media company fast enough.
So Kryptonite is a media company?
Yeah, so we started out, literally I wrote a business plan for this thing, and I sent it to one of my now business partners on June 6th of 2020, and it was outlining this whole thing. I was like, we're going to build a trading bot, and we're going to market it on TikTok. And there wasn't a single crypto TikTok influencer at the time, like none. So I'm scouring this app. I'm like, this is like popping off so fast. I'm like, music artists are getting their songs out on it. I was like, this is great. So I took like an interim role as a COO at a nonprofit in downtown Orlando. And then I was like, once I came up with this idea, I was like, all right, we need to kick this off because the crypto market's turning around. I saw the writing on the walls. So 2 months later, me and my business partner, we were conceptually things. I called up Lucas and said, I got something I think I need you to be a part of, because I slowly realized this is way too much work for me to become an influencer on TikTok and build an entire company. So I called him up. I said, we had grants at the time too. I had these 2 grants from my other company that I was using to fund Kryptonite just to try to get it off the ground. Like, and it was so shit because like the one grant would lapse and then people weren't going to get paid for 2 weeks. And I kind of had that other hard conversation where I was like, guys, listen, if you want to be a part of this, cool. If not, I can't afford to pay for the next 2 weeks. The grant doesn't kick in. So you're going to miss a paycheck. I'm going to miss a paycheck. I'm not getting paid anything either. And but I called him.
This was early 2021, the grant stuff, but we had kind of gotten into it at the very end of 2020.
No, end of 2020. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I called him. I remember the phone call. I was like, listen, how would you like to make crypto content on TikTok? I'll pay you $625 a week.
To be fair.
Yeah. I said, all you have to do is make content on crypto.
I wasn't supposed to be the influencer or the creator or whatever.
No, not at all.
I've only been biz dev, right? So more professional settings. And I wasn't supposed to be handling the TikTok. We had a small team built. I picked it up just to see what the platform was like. And I did this as sort of a side thing, while we were trying to grow the bot, while we were trying to, get the brand down. And long story short, we had picked a few people, a few of my friends, a few people he knew, and we had gotten to the point where we had done photo shoots with the people that we thought were the final candidates to be like, we were going to put on a show and produced by us. And I just started making videos, and slowly, like, it became more so that I was taking way more precedent than anyone else, and it was completely by accident, which is kind of funny because I never really thought I would be the person in front of a camera or making content. Because, mind you, I'm doing this all from my bedroom with no production. Like, I had an Android phone. Okay, it was camera quality was not great. Let me just say that.
It was rough beginnings.
Humble beginnings, and we're now officially out of the bedroom as of Wednesday when my new furniture comes in. So yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
So it's
That's
a
a good
bot.
journey.
So you guys are kind of like crypto financial advisors, or I don't know what a bot is.
Whoa! What's Nick's
no.
ixnay on the financial advisor?
Definitely
No.
not financial advisor.
So what do you got? I still don't understand. I understand you're a media company, but like,
So when it started out, we had a few different partners involved. One of them was a trading guru, and the trading guru, it didn't turn out well the first iteration. We wound up wasting a good 6 months, and that was rough because, as I mentioned before, we had grants; they were lapsing, and so time was of the essence. There was a ton of time wasted, and I was like, "Shit, we got," I think at the time it was like four solid employees that we knew we needed to make paychecks for. And so luckily Lucas's following was growing at the time. One of our graphics designers that we had on payroll, he came through clutch, made him the logo that he has today.
Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick. And
So he designed the current iteration, but my initial logo, to show you how like little I gave any effort into that, it was $15 on Fiverr, and I was like, hey, make me something, because there was a
Yeah.
guy I used to watch, did great content, but he stopped posting, so I thought, hey, maybe I'll take up where he left off and just fuck around a little bit. But it turned into so much more than that. You could really think of us like a media company and a bot company. The two are quite separated, but we are under the same name. Media company focused on educational content, community, and educating people like how not to get yourself boned. Because we're not financial advisors. I'll never sit here and tell you, hey man, go invest in this now. Not only is that blatantly illegal because it's financial advice, but it's also not the thing that I encourage people to do. I like to say, hey guys, this is interesting. Go do your research about it. Okay, look at the ecosystem behind it. Look at the partners. This is what I'm doing, and you shouldn't do this. And this is where I think it could go. Right. So it's like, it's not necessarily me telling people that something is about to pop off. It's more about helping them get the tools to do it themselves, so they don't need me.
yeah.
I want to be on a beach when I'm retired in 20, 30 years,
Hell
whatever it
yeah.
is. And I want the next person to see my channel and get inspired and do the same thing and help, everyone grow in the space. That's really what I'd like to do personally, is just elevate the crypto space to be taken more seriously, because and TikTok, we get made fun of a lot. There's a lot of creators who are only there for personal gain and to make dog shit content, and it's frustrating because that's the videos that people see when they see crypto TikTok. But there's a vibrant community of people who we're not even affiliated with, but we do shows with or have on live streams, who are really smart in the industry and have helped educate essentially millions, if not tens of millions of people in the last 12 months. It's beautiful, and I wish people would give it a chance.
Hell yeah.
It's all